Doing a little bit of a out of form video just really quickly. I ran into a problem where my UI was a set color and I'm kind of not happy with the color now. I want to be able to change it, and I've already gone way too far to really go back and change a lot of things. It would take hours at this point and it would be an entire rework. So I need to come up with a solution to get my UI to work. Now, if you're in this particular scenario, I have the solution for you. Let's highlight the issue here. I have this blue background color. Now, if I click on it, you can see here that down the bottom, it's already a default blue. You can see the default color here is white. If I select that and change it to red, it goes completely dark. And if I rotate around, I get some colors but lose some of the others. And that's just because it's multiplying by this color. So if I had something that was white, I'd be able to actually get the accurate colors for this background. So because my source that I'm using here is blue, I'm kind of screwed. There is a solution. Navigate to the source of the source image. In my case, it is this sprite. So I'm just going to click on that. Just make sure that the project window is unlocked, and then when you click it, it will navigate you to which one you're using here. I click on that and you can see that my inspector is showing me that I have this sprite here selected. If I go to the parent object, it's this sprite here. It is a pop-up 01 single navy texture 2D. What I can do is I can get this into Photoshop. So if I just simply right click that and show an explorer, it'll take me to the PNG. I can right click that now and press open with Photoshop. Now then with Photoshop, I'm just going to zoom in on my sprite here, and you can see it's a little bit of an odd shape. It's 52 by 64. That doesn't matter. That's just how this asset came, but I need to make this white now. You could do it a couple of ways. You can see that there's essentially three different blues here. We've got a light blue, a dark blue, and then a darker blue. What I'm going to do is Control and press J to create a copy of that layer. So you can do that as well just by right clicking and duplicating the layer yourself manually, or Control C and Control V, whatever you want to do, but Control J is the shortcut key there. I'm going to toggle the other layer off for now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Control Shift U, which turns everything to a grayscale. Press Control L and it will bring up our channels. If you want to get to white from the grayscale, I found that going 1.5 and 80 it's kind of the perfect amount of color to add to the white to get this to work. And as you can see, we've got that three gradients of white happening here. We've got the brighter white, the darker white, and then the slightly darker white again. And I'm just going to press OK on that. And there we go. We have our white button now. So what we can do now is we can just delete that previous blue icon, and we can now go to File and Save As. So I'm just going to leave it in this directory for now. And there's two ways you can save it. You can save it as a PNG, or you can save it as a Photoshop file as a PSD. If you choose to save it as a PSD, you will have another step to go through, which is using the Unity PSD importer tool. And if I go into the package manager and go into Unity register, and type in the PSD, you can see here there's a 2D PSD importer tool, and you can just install that, and that will handle all your layers and images. So if you have multiple layers and you just want to use one kind of file for multiple things, that is definitely the way to go about it. I won't be doing that in this case. I don't need it right now. Back in Photoshop here, we are just going to save it as a PNG file for now. So save it as PNG, and what we would like to do is name it. I'm just going to call it here custom white. Just going to downpage Photoshop for now. Go into the project window and press Ctrl R to reload, so that way it refreshes. And now you can see we have this custom white image here. There's a couple things we need to change to get this working. We got to go up to the texture type where it says default. We want to change that to the Sprite 2D and UI. Sprite mode, depending on how you've got yours laid out. Mine is just single. Is alpha transparency? Well, yes, I do need the transparency. I'm going to go ahead and press apply. And you can see now that if I compare this to the blue one, it's exactly the same thing, but just white. But if I go now into my menu here, and where I've got this blue one, if I was just to drag this straight over it, you'll see that it actually doesn't work. And that's because we need to deal with this image type. We've got simple, and the other one is sliced. So let's just go into here and press sliced, but you'll see that it says that this doesn't have a border. So this is the second tool that you will need for Unity. Again, it's another package included one, and we're just looking for the 2D sprite editor. You can see I've already got it installed here, the 2D sprite package. Once you've got that installed, you'll be able to use your sprite editor. And as you can see, because I do have the sprite package already installed, I have the option to open the sprite editor, and we're going to go ahead and do that. So open up the sprite editor. For the border, you do just want to center this. This image is 52 by 64. Half of 52 is 26. The other half is 26. And because this image is using a shadow, it needs to be offset towards the top. Thankfully, I don't need to do the math. I can look at the already included sprite from before, so I can just apply this for now and just have a quick look at the other sprite. And we can see that it is 26 by 39, 26, 25. So we're looking for 39 and 25. So if I go back into my sprite editor for the white one, we now want to apply that 29 and 36 to it. Let's hit apply. And now you can see that I have the white background here. So if I click back over onto the menu over here and change it back to the blue, there we are, back to the original. And then if I change it to the white, we have the exact same thing, but white. Okay, that's good and all. So now how do we actually use it? Well, of course, we just have the image color. And here we can actually select the color that we want. I want that blue, and there's my blue. If I want the exact color I'm after, I can just go into the Photoshop and have the original image. I can just go back a couple of times to before I deleted that. And I can do the color picker, choose the brighter color, not the center color. Choose the brighter color here. And we've got 484, 150. I go down into here and go to my color and I go 484, 150. And there we go. That should just be pretty much dead accurate of what it was when I started. And that's how you can fix all your UI that have been imported with any color other than white using Photoshop and a couple of Unity tools. Till next time, see ya.